Hello everyone and welcome back to Highland Fishing Expansion on Kinlaig. So we are going to have to start this episode by getting some onions over into our is it a grader or washer or what? I don't quite know, to be fair, but it does make me think that if we're going down potatoes we should probably look at going there, because there was a potato washer in 22. It's whether there could be one for this now, because I'd like to keep going with stuff like this, because we're just using our small, we're not going huge, but we're going sort of small farm to be more sustainable is the right word. But anyways, we'll get this done. What I will have to do as well is move some of those onions out of the way, the packed onions. I'll be interested to see whether we can move them by hand, because well, I know I've got super strength turned on at the minute, but if we can move them by hand, that'll be a lot easier than using the pallet tines, because there is going to be a lot of onions to move. Well, that hasn't been too bad. I ain't stacked them the neatest at all. I just wanted to get the spawn point clear, which if we now have a look, so packed onions, there's only 107 litres in there, so we just make sure this is pulled out the way. That won't need doing again for this episode. What we will need to go do, however, and I want to have a look, because I'm sure there must be one here, which I actually can't get to the dealership for some reason. We'll take this down, because we're going to have to go buy ourselves a load of fish food, which I can do from here. So fish food will go 8 and another 8, and I'm just trying to think what's the best way, because I want to sell that tractor as well. Well, this is certainly one way to get the tractor down to sell it, which I'm very loath to do this, very, very loath, but I do think it's just going to be more of a waste of money. And it's like anything, the more equipment we buy and whatnot, just the more things that just get left behind. So right, let's go on. Okay, so age 0 months, that's hours for the load all. So this is the one where we want to go. So let's repair, repaint, sell. This we will repair, repaint and sell. Our tractor, next to nothing. But anyways, let's repaint. Oh, that's up to quite a fair bit. And let's repair, and we can sell that for 40,000. So basically, selling our tractor and whatnot has just paid for us for the fish food, which I can live with that. It was no good. It was no good us really keeping it all. We can bring this seed back as well. But I can't believe there's no. Oh, unless do we? Just thinking out loud, do we see if these doors open here? Because I can't believe that there is no telehandler for us at the store. Well, not telehandler, forklift, or just something to be able to move pallets with. It's only just occurred to me. Can these doors open? No. Let's try this one. No. This one? No. And this one? No. Oh, well, that's annoying. I was rather hoping that would work. It's that, or there could be something around the front. It's, like I say, it's one of them. I genuinely don't know. So I'm just trying to find whatever I can. But right, let's just quickly get these thrown on. That's not a very good angle to see what's happening. Get these thrown onto here, because these will go to our fish farm onshore, and we also need to get some... do we need to get some offshore, or did I replenish that in a previous episode? I think I may have replenished it off camera. But right, let's put those ones there. And now, because we've taken auto load off this trailer, we do have ratchet straps, which is very handy to have again. Which, it wouldn't bother me so much, but there's no worse when you lose a load of bales. You know, if you can't strap them down if you haven't auto-loaded them. I just wish, you know, that on something like that you could have it, so you could have both, so you could have the auto-load and the straps all at the same time. This is so much easier, I say that while it's flying around, so much easier loading up with this than it is with a front loader. That is for sure. But we'll get these put on. We'll get the next 4 put on. We'll get the bag of seed. Well, bags of seed. We'll get them put on. And then I'll have to have a quick look of what needs doing, because I always forget where we are with everything. It's like with Saxlingham. I don't think I've been on there for a fortnight. So when I go back onto that, I think the last thing I remember is... well, actually, I probably shouldn't say anything, just in case I haven't got to that point in that series. But yeah, I ain't been on there for a long time, so it's going to have to remember where we are and what we're doing. I've got a rough idea, but exactly where we've got to, yeah, no clue. But right, I just want to... I can't remember whether I've had a look around here before or not, but there's nothing in there for us, forklift-wise. There is nothing in there. And what about at the front? Which would be very surprising if there's anything at the front. Right, I'm going to say definitely there is nothing. And do I? Whilst I'm here, because I'm halfway offshore. Oh, they've got loads of fish food. And the onshore, the young fish breeding, yeah, they need as much as possible. And what we'll do is, depending on what we have to do today, sawmill could do with some at some point. Quarry's fine. Stonemason, we better. Let's just visit over here and see, is there any... no, so I did them in the previous episode as well. So we'll go load this up into our young fish farm, and then we'll have our hay bales. They will all need moving, so there's a job for us to do once this is done. If I remember rightly, one of my last thoughts in the previous episode was to do with land, because I believe that we don't have enough for what I would like to try and achieve. So let's just put that there. And let's go have a look at our land. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 fields. Obviously that's in with canola, I think. That's in with wheat. That's oilseed radish. So that's going to go in with potatoes. And that's going to go in with onions. We're not doing anything with 21 just yet because it's fertiliser state. It is full. That does, however, lead me to believe that field 2, that's 276, we can't afford that. Why is that one cheaper than that one? Interesting. That we could go... what's in 30? Ooh, 36. Oh, that's cotton though. It does make me think that we should really look to buy another field, purely for the fact of by buying another field we can put some, because for the fish food obviously we need the oil mill, but we also need let's have a look. Can't quite remember. I did know. Fish food, flour, that's it. So obviously we've got soybeans, we've got canola. Oh, to be fair, I could do with doing another field of soybeans. Which then makes me think, do we go and buy 24? Because we can afford that one. Look how much they left me. They let me leave fertilising field 3, which I haven't collected that contract. So there's another £2,800. So I think if we buy field 24, we can put oilseed radish in that, because then that's going to be sorghum. Just trying to think, does that cover us for everything? Obviously, I want to do potatoes. We could really do with another field. So let's buy that. I don't know whether I'm just going a bit nuts buying everything, or buying as much as what I can. We'll buy that. We can then go put, where would I have put, I think down here. We can then go put that into oilseed radish, so we're getting our fertiliser state. And then do we need to move any pallets here? Yes, we need to move one of these, and then we can get on and move the hay bales up on this top. Then that's another job done out the way. And I can't remember, was there anything else we need to move? Or was it purely we need to move on to another month, and then we'll have a load of stuff to do again, and then hopefully stay in the next month for a little while. So let's leave that there, and let's get on, stack all these hay bales, because that field needs fertilising again as well up here. I feel half the time I'm just moving bales around from that top field down here. But anyways, that is a few more down, so we know that the cows are going to be all alright. So let's put these down here, and let's go find our... That's the one, we'll find this, and we want to go get the discarrow cedar on it. So I'm hoping there's that part pallet on the back of the bale trailer. So if we put this on and then go to there, we may be able to fill this up and get rid of that part. Ooh, that's not ideal. Alright, let's just do that and we can get through. So although I should really take these front loaders off, but it's unbelievable how many times you actually do need them. You know, that they're so handy to keep on. Right, so this pallet here is the one I want to try and get rid of. Okay, we still haven't got rid of it, which that's quite alright. And it reminds me, after we've done this field with oilseed radish, we will have to pick up that bale which is in the trees there. It's only a small, I think it's a 125 bale from the first harvest. We really need to pick it up and get rid of it. Well, not get rid of it, but pick it up to sell it, because it's just an absolute waste. But right, let's turn right here, and this is exciting, the first time entering into a new field. And yeah, this is definitely going to be, oh hello, this is definitely going to be soybeans, because that's far too big. I think, which is bigger, 24 looks to be bigger, 8.58, oh, only just then. Yeah, this will definitely be soybeans in here, but obviously because that's a spring crop, we can afford to put our oilseed radish in. So let's get steering assist on to headlands. That's going to go down this way, so we will start. Which way should we... Do we own that barn? Let's go farmland. No, so how do you own... Oh, okay, so 25 means you own that barn, which that'd be quite handy if we did eventually get that for us. And with this, what's cool is even with seed, fair dues, I don't think you'll be able to do it with a worker, but with us, even if you do have seeding, you can cultivate. I better just go back because that's going to be that line. You can cultivate as well, so it's not like you have to empty it every time. But obviously, if you were to use a worker, then I would probably highly suggest emptying the seed out. But right, let's get on to that line. And we'll just make sure that we're definitely putting... Yeah, oilseed radish is going in. And we're going to have a lot of cultivating to do come next year. And here we are, so that's this field now complete with oilseed radish. So once we get that cultivated in, that's the fertiliser stake put in, which, yes, it's not technically free because we've had to drill, but I would say the cost of drilling is a lot less than what it would have been to spread fertiliser on. So let's get this folded. And if I just pull this out and put this over here. I don't think we can use this shed just yet because we don't own the field. Well, we don't own it, or this field which it comes with. But if we now go, we'll have to do a bit of slalom driving probably to get through here. So let's just navigate our way through so we can go try and find this bale without doing too much damage to our tractor. The year 2 season passes out, which if you pre-order you get the fastest tractor in the world immediately, which I have to admit, very disappointed in seeing the year 2 season pass. You know, they're missing a quarter off there, so you're getting less, and I think you're getting less for the same money. There it is. You're getting less for the same money as the year 1 season pass was. On this fastest tractor in the world. Yeah, it looks quite cool, but what can you do with it? Like, I get having things that are different and unique and likes of that tractor cool, but there's no, you got no 3-point linkage on the back, so there's nothing you can actually do. So it's like, why would you want it? You know, why would you pay? I think if you don't buy the year 2 season pass, it's £1.69 or something. It's like, why would you pay for that? You know, just to ride around the map very fast. Yeah, you might as well go get a racing game or something. But anyways, that's my rant in my opinion. That's over with it. But anyways, I have ordered it. I haven't downloaded it, or at least I don't think I've got that fast tractor on it or whatnot. But anyways, it'll be interesting to see. Obviously, by the sounds of it, it's one is to do with drilling, which is that coming in the first quarter, because I think it's first and second quarter and then nothing from the third. Can't remember, I could be wrong. And then a new expansion map, which looks like it's from Spain or Portugal, I guess. But will definitely be interesting and fun to play on. But I know for me, the next map I'm really looking forward to is Oxygen Davids. I know Black Sheep's Modding's map as well. What's it called now? The Something Valley. That's not far. That's in internal testing. That's not far from being released, so that could be a bit of fun. That will be the one after. I reckon I'll go on that after Alma, I'm going to say. Right, let's get this bale up here. We can put this cultivator drill away. We better drive on the correct side of the road, and as long as everything's all alright, we can look to move on to next month. And money wise, we're going to stay, we're not going to spend anything, because there's two big purchases we need. One is the potato planter, because we'll be doing a few years doing that, and that's 200,000 I think. And then the combine I'd like to go for, you know, that's going to be another 500,000, which we shouldn't struggle to get it, but it's all the same, we still need to go for it. Because if I show you on here, potato planters, so we could go for that, which is 3 meters, 7 miles an hour, but that's just going to take a bit of time. That gets fertilizer, which I'm hoping we won't need to do. Well, it's here, 6 meters, 170 horsepower, so we can use any of our tractors that we have. So it's 200,000 there. And then combine harvester, I was thinking we're going with one of these, but I believe it's, if we want to go for the biggest engine, because we want the capacity as well, we'll be looking at going with a Fent, but we'll be going for the smaller header. Whoa, that's expensive. So the normal, what's that, 451 horsepower. So I reckon that's what we're going to have to go for. Crawler tracks, does that cost? No, that's free. Steering wheel, we can change that, but why do we need to spend £9,000 when that does nothing? So yeah, so that's what's that? So we're up to 700,000, and the header that we'll be wanting is, did I say we'll go for this one? But it's like anything, isn't it? You look at it now and go, well, why spend 60,000? Why not spend 14,000 more to get a 12-meter one? Which we could go for that, but I don't know. 9 meters seems ample to me. Right, let's go and sleep, I believe. Because on here, all the animals are fine. Chickens can do one more day. I'm sure I said that in the previous episode. And then on here, that's still going with onions. Wood's fine. Offshore, that needs some fishies. So if we go to here, let's just change this to distributing and distributing. Let's fast forward really quickly, times 5,000. And we'll go to 6 o'clock, that'll do. And now, if we go on to the offshore, that's as good as full. So we can now set these back to selling again. And we do have, there is 2 boxes, which I can take them off camera. And yeah, so this now is all done. So we'll go rest and we'll see how much money we have in the morning. And being October, I don't think our wheat is going to be ready to sell, nor is our, hold on, just before we go. So wheat, we actually want to keep that, I would say, for our chickens. But soybeans is at the worst possible. Onions is getting up there, and it's packed onions, which is really what we want to, well, onions packed, as it would be said in here. Where we're looking, there we go. Oh, we can do onions. Ooh. Onion soup's worth an absolute fortune. What's... There I am saying we're not going to spend any more money. Construction. Let's go to here. And let's go find... It would have to be a decent sized building, I'm going to say, because that's the preserved food, which will do the onion soup, I'm going to guess. I can't see. Is that the onion? That looks more like garlic, that. Where's the preserved food factory? Up here. Spinnery, dairy, quarry, tailor shop, oil mill. Oil mill, something we need to buy as well at some point. It's never ending what we need to get. Okay, that's what we need. Is that the onion? Which is the onion sign? Right, so we can't do onion. So how do you do onion soup? Let's go on to here. Let's just go over. Oh, vegetable processing. Is that where we can do onion soup? Yeah, so that's where we would need to buy. And if we go on to that, 448,000. Okay, we're not doing that for a while. Ah, and this is on the way to the quarry and whatnot. Well, anyways, I think there's not much more to say than thank you very much for watching. I hope you've all liked and enjoyed the video, and I will see you again in the next one. Bye for now.